Good morning, guys. A great morning to all of those who tuned into the realest thing in the world, coming to you from Guyana. So, as the world turns, we have everyone in their life has things that come and go. What I can impart with you this morning is your need to think and put thought into what you do or how you do it. Now, I have recently become a student of Stoicism. In simple terms, Stoicism is a method or methods of good living. Research it, go on YouTube, it's Stoicism. One of the things I have learned from Stoicism, and it helps me through trying times, and have learned only recently, is a technique called premeditatio valorium. And it means to premeditate evil. Premeditatio valorum. It is a Stoic technique of premeditating evil, understanding what is to come. This in turn affords you the opportunity to preempt evil actions against you, to see things for what they really are. Many things could be said about me. My life is an open book, so hence people see in intricate detail the ups and downs in my life. What cannot be said about me is that I'm a loser, or I'm a quitter, or a procrastinator. Remember the term of the day, premeditatio valorum. And it means the premeditation of evil. If you know it and you understand it, you would know how to counter it. Simply put, sometimes they are methods to madness. Right? Let me see if I remember. Malorium. It's premeditatio malorum. Right? Go. Stoicism teaches you how to remain calm, how to respond, when one should not respond. And for someone such as myself, operating at my level, as much as we entertain the multitudes, there is a time where I have to maintain a certain inner composure. It's not outwardness. People don't know. To get the end result is not what you present all the time. is a level of orchestration. It's a level of planning to get an end result. Most people don't understand how that works. Nearly, it's impossible for much women to get that, because women are more about feelings. So it's very easy to disrupt. Men who act like women and got women behavior, they the same thing, all up in the feelings. Unstable. Know your environment. Know who you're around. When I started months ago, when I chose to make a decision and walk a path, everybody's like, Critic, you're rat, you're snitch, you're this, you're that. I am here today, coming to you once again, the realest thing in the world. Cheers, chin up, and let's march on. No, yesterday sanctions were brought against the Mohammeds. What I want to make Guyanese home here and abroad aware of is the relationship between America and Guyana is a symbiotic one. It has reciprocal relations. We're using fancy words today. That means we sharing thing. The same thing I do for you, you gotta do for me. It's reciprocal. So yesterday I saw Rickford Burke came out and tried to create a smoke screen. Because the news break, but Rickford Burke soon will be the news too. So Rickford Burke put in a breaking news. U.S. law enforcement seized dozens of stolen luxury vehicles from car dealership in Guyana. Which beware being fraudulent shipped to Guyana. I don't want to, this must be an error. U.S. federal agents have reportedly seized. Now, Rickford Burke has been known to disseminate bullshit so much times. Now let me play, you know who you're talking about. So the BM Soot auto dealership, one of the brothers is in a court matter with Rickford Burke. That is why he's not calling the name of the auto dealer. For extortion. Rickford Burke and an individual by the name of Darwin Best have been charged in the courts of Guyana. Rickford Burke is wanted in Guyana. They've been charged in the courts of Guyana for extortion. Rickford Burke went on his page, posted up the BM, so it started to attack, and while doing that had discussions behind the scene about the passing of money and so on. It added up the evidence that is in the possession. The evidence that was taken by the Guyana police force, the reports that were made added up to extortion. Those charges were laid. Darwin Best is presently before the court. He's known to be an elaborate con man. Rickford Burke has accepted association with the individual. Charges were laid. Rickford Burke is not coming to prove to the court that what they're putting forward is not true, he is trying to fight in the higher courts not to even come to Guyana. The upstanding Guyanese activists, Rickford Burke of New York, Brooklyn, New York, is wanted in Guyana. Wanted. He's a wanted individual. Now, all these sanctions you're hearing about, the relationship between America and Guyana is a reciprocal one. The happenings in Parliament as we speak relates to the extradition laws being adjusted to make it easier to extradite people from Guyana. Has a two-way channel. It's not a one-way channel. It is a reciprocal one. When that is done, persons like Rickford Burke will be extradited to Guyana to face trial if he does not come. Right? Likewise, the Americans, once they have enough evidence, they will pick up Guyanese who they know and have evidence against of participating in criminal activity. They will pick them up, carry them to America, and ensure that they face the full extent of the law. So Rickford Burke, when he heard this thing yesterday, in an attempt to detract from what is going on, he wanted to suggest that luxury vehicles get seized. Well, if luxury vehicles get seized, bear in mind, let's read the story. U.S. federal agents have reportedly seized several luxury vehicles which have been shipped to Guyana by popular dealership in Guyana, where the owners have close ties with the PPP and everything is political fee. Sources say the vehicle were allegedly stolen and that the owners are involved in a stealing cars in North America, where they are then shipped to Guyana. The owners are under federal investigation for the involvement in an alleged conspiracy with the elements of Guyana police force and two PPP government ministers to utter false information with specific intent to. Now, bear in mind, this is, Rickford Burke is, let me get the other half of the story. So Rickford Burke puts this up in his speech. The owner are under federal investigation. This is the same people that accuse Rickford Burke of trying to shake them down. He tried to take money from the people. These Guyanese is hustlers. What job does Rickford Burke do? Can anybody say what job he does? What job does Smelly Smell have? You get into she just now. She take the money now, she got to sing for she supper. She take the money, she can't come and say, well, like, give me money. Like me, I come, I say, buy, take back, excavate it till we done, we part ways. They clear me the extent of our relationship. Watch what we did today. Who is who by? No. Watch it. So Rickford Burke know all of this. That the vehicle and so. Watch what he go and do. He go and Google a photo of SUVs from the New Yorker article from the New Yorker. What's speaking about SUVs still a huge environmental problem. Now, when you give in news, let me tell you if you don't know, because I worked at Culture News for a year. When you give in news, the photograph for news to be of a positive nature, if you don't know, the photograph could only be edited in certain fashions. You cannot edit a photograph for a news piece that changes anything. That manipulates anything in that photograph. You could use a whole photograph of an individual if you're talking about him. If you're talking about an enterprise, a business, so you could take out a picture, you could use a whole photograph of that business. Even although the business might have changed, the business might have paint over, but all the photograph you got is the whole picture. You can't just go and Google a photograph because it's not an article, it's an accusation being made on Rickford Burke's page. But they're so accustomed to pulling things off of Google and just making up things. So while this major sanctions coming down, Rickford Burke is on his page trying to create a diversion and say, yes! Nothing of the sort. There is no investigation into no stolen carrying. Nothing of the sort. There's no vehicle seized. And people still listen to Rickford Burke. People still follow Rickford Burke diligently. After time and time again, he's found to be lying. But what he's trying to deflect from is just like how America brings sanctions against Guyanese. Guyana will be meeting out to the American authorities to collect Rickford Burke. One of these days, Rickford Burke will be just walking on the road in Brooklyn, and he will be placed in handcuffs, and he will be brought to Guyana to face the justice system. Now, I don't know why Darwin Best is on the road on bail for the similar charges to what Rickford Burke has received in absentia. Darwin Best is on the road. Rickford Burke chose not to come back to Guyana and face the court because he knows they are recorded conversations. There's a Facebook page. His Facebook page has evidence, or had evidence, of him in attempts to intimidate Guyanese businessmen with intention to extort money from them. So now he big story. Imagine the biggest story in Guyana yesterday is sanctions against the Mohammeds. And Rickford Burke biggest story on his page is some car dealership and thing, a diversion. The same people he there in court with, the people who accuse him of extortion. For the first time, there's been substantive evidence against Rickford Burke. Rickford Burke has no job. Rickford Burke is a henchman. That is what he does. He shake people down. Now he's wanted in Guyana because his modus operandi is clear. The Guyana police force has put together sufficient evidence to bring charges against Rickford Burke. Charges of extortion. All he has to do is come to Guyana because he can go for bail. If Rickford Burke was flying because he's wanted now. He's wanted presently. He didn't go to the High Court. He didn't come into court for prove himself. He went to the High Court to get the charges struck out. He don't even want to face the charges. But I'm telling you again, don't worry with the diversion. Don't worry with the misleading. Just like how Americans could collect Guyanese and carry them and have them face the full brunt of the law, Guyanese will be able to bring, and it's not to say any hard thing has never happened before. We were able to bring back the guy who murdered American citizen, murdered Guyanese American, murdered somebody in Borbisa carpenter by, and he had to come back and face. He get off, but he had to come back and face justice. Right? Rick Furtberg doesn't want to face justice because he's a two-bit con man. Look at this post from yesterday from Smelly Smell page. Yeah, I'll tell Critic don't skinny teeth too fast. He knows this is bench cap page. Don't worry yet. I want to deal with Smelly Smell. Where's she there? So Smelly Smell go up on your page in representation of the Muhammad, suggesting that since he running for politics, should take the people money. Now she have to talk. After hearing, we're disputing now what we're hearing. Smelly Smell take the people money. You look at news agencies now, who's representing, who disputing the validity of sanctions. You look on social media and see the pages. And you will know, you'll see the direct relation. Mudwater and Guyana and cut, bought and paid for. Smelly Smell, bought and paid for. Daggy's on the investigation. Let me see if I still got the video with Daggy. Daggy, you can't get a gun in New York City. And Daggy got a gun. Shit. Okay. Yes, I got it there. You can't get a gun. Daggy's on the investigation. Daggy guys say how we get this connection. So, Daggy, gun in hand. Them ban operating with impunity. What connections that man got by? Take down the man life, let us see the gun properly down at the bottom there. Eh? What you buy in action? Now, if you're from New York, you know it's literally impossible to get a gun in New York, much as an immigrant. Much as an alien, he's an immigrant. He come out to America, get shot out, and jump back on a boat. Who you believe pay the $10,000 if he reach back in America? The extent of this ring, you would not believe. Daggy, gun and all. This we're seeing here is not plating. The is a Glock. I could tell you no. Right? Watch it. The is real bullets. Right? There's not plating, there's real bullets. Doggy. It's a major criminal enterprise. The people who talking, like they have real Guyanese, educated Guyanese with political affiliations in New York. Not these people. Doggy and smelly smell is part of a criminal enterprise. Now, what you could say when you gonna come out now and say, let's show the thing, man. She gotta explain this to me. Mark said this. Which the thing which she said. What the rest of the thing, man? This is the reality of who we living in. And people would listen to Doggy. Doggy's paid. Bought and paid for. Y'all don't watch the movies for no reason. People that investigate everything. Long. People calculate. Here was the differentiation between America, law enforcement, and Guyana. By the time you hear something, you just expect me to get charged again. Oh God, it takes us so long. The Americans is there investigating for 5 years. 10 years, 20 years. The Americans is there behind people watching, recording everything what they're doing. 20 years, you imagine? Trying to catch somebody? Forget all the evidence together? They don't just come up with these things just, sir. Hi, boy. Rickford Burke can get day in court. Watch. Bench cap. Yeah, I tell Critic don't skinny teeth too fast. He knows why. And so all the folks at Duke Street. That they got government. They ain't got everybody. When it relates to corruption in the world, hello.
Yeah, boy, you bring up a good point there just now. The FBI, the CIA, NSA, over here we just said they like God. When they come, they already know. If they come to you, they don't know. It's not what I say, well, they're investigating. The man don't know already.
Bro.
So when they come, it's God. They're coming like God.
People like Bench Cap, Rickford Burke, talking who getting investigated. All of us. Anybody participating. Me. Every and anybody who goes on the radar participate in anything illegal, surreptitious, person like me, we got a vice. The one who pay me why I say what I'm saying. So the limit of investigation, Mark tried to make it out, Bench Cap tried to make it, he is under investigation. He was known to cause the death of black people in Guyana. Imagine he going to America now and talking. They want to know. This is since the civil rights days.
Hey, them people just turn themselves in, man. Just go down and turn in yourself. Because them people don't know once. They're telling you already, we know.
No, but what I'm telling people is that the relationship is reciprocal. Just now, if charges are brought against Mark Benchcap, he will be extradited to face them. I don't see any charges with how he does wiggly way. He like me. It's highly unlikely he can get himself in anything, right? But Rickford Burke is a con man up in New York. Smelly smell.
What?
Is a shakedown export. Doggy is a regular common thief.
There's a thing called conspiracy in this country, right? You only got to be affiliated. You ain't even got to do nothing. Once the man said conspiracy, you done getting charged. Done.
We talk, bro.
Anybody in the States could tell you. Yeah, brother.
This one, Harry, who officials, well, they're trying for it. They're trying for me, don't call everybody and ask them. Me not make joke, I say, who lose visa? Who lose visa? The Americans are very public about what they do. And I ask myself, why does bench? There's enough things. There's enough things that are clear as day going on in this country that you could put out there. You're gonna make up who lose visa. Enough PNC people don't have visa. You track the government ministers and you will see. Government ministers constantly traveling. Who's the people, them government ministers that then got the visa? Who is the government ministers? Name them. You follow the ministers, you will see. Ashley Singh. You look all the ministers. All right, let me run through the ministers. Joe Hamilton. Hello, good morning. Hello. Let me look at the likelihood of ministers that would get a visa take away. Let me start with the women. Priya Mani-Chan, Minister of Education. A liar. Mr. Walron, she name? Onage. Minister Vindi. Minister Rodriguez. Which minister? Which one of these ministers? Minister Edgil. Minister Indar. Minister Joe Hamilton. The Prime Minister. The Vice President Jagdeo. The President. All of these people who moving all the time. Charles Ramson. Jr. Which one of the ministers you think? Minister Anand Prasad. Minister Parag. Minister Gail Teixeira. Minister Frank Anthony. You associate them with something that would cause them not to have a visa. Just call the minister. Darmlal is no longer a minister. You associate a sitting member minister presently with something that would cause them not to have a visa. Bear in mind, they're talking about the revocation of visa. Because me ain't got a visa, and if the Americans decide they want to give a visa, because if they think you're a minister won't go away and never come back, they wouldn't give you. I think ministers might have a diplomatic visa. Right? But if they don't care who you be, the Americans don't care who you be. If they find it's unsatisfactory, your input to suggest that you would come back and all that, they don't have no time. You ain't getting no visa. But they're discussing, Mark Benchcap discussing the revocation of visas. You tell me which one of them. Ministers. Yeah, get real, yeah? Yeah, I'll ease up with the propaganda machine. These people in Anderson is scared, they running scared. You think I am not a person of interest? You assume that I'm not I call people name. I there in a big tussle with the Mohammeds. Code battle. Used to be seen all about it, man. And you didn't know that I am a person. Everybody's a person of interest. Anybody public, you believe if one of them. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hi, good morning. Oh, them little children start. Them little children like they got to school and they calling me now. You think that they got a Muslim cleric start discussing radical. Hi, good morning.
Hey, good morning, bro. What's up?
Yeah, talk to me quickly.
So it's not impossible to have a firearm in the state of New York.
I said it is very difficult, literally impossible. And doggy dog, a criminal element, and somebody who's in New York illegal cannot get a firearm. I can guarantee you though.
I agree. The only thing I know for sure, getting license to carry is that's you gotta be in some security capacity, blah blah blah.
Roger that. Yes, I'm telling y'all. Right? You think if a Muslim cleric come and start talking about radicalism and getting, you don't think the FBI start looking at you right away? Right away, you become a person of interest. This is United States of America we talking about. We talk is the great city of Las Vegas. We just gamble and come out and everything all right? The money clean? No, this is serious shit. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Yeah, this is serious shit we're talking about. And Rickford Burke, you could try to detract as much as you want. You coming home. No, I try and forget Kaicho News front page. Anybody got Kaicho News front page? See if Kaicho News put up the front page. Glenn Laleki running news today. What's Kaicho News front page? Glenn Laleki running news today. Kaicho News shut down. Has Kaicho News gone out of business? You get the front page? Send it to me. Let me see what's Kaicho News front page. The biggest story on Kaicho News front page is ExxonMobil. I can't make up these things. What you going on here? The biggest Kaicho story, take down the bottom. Not a mention of the people them name. U.S. Treasury target corruption network in Guyana. P.S. May Thomas sent on leave as Guyana government opens probe. Isn't Glenn Lal a deceitful big man? Is that the story all y'all know? I just want you to know. Sanction means people who rent from, lawyers who are paid by, anybody who receive money from, banking institutions dealing with. You would not even believe the extent of sanctions. No, you know why it is made public for everybody to know? Because in the event you are found to be associated with, when you have a visitor's B1, B2 visa for go to America and they find out you are associated with, your visa will be cancelled effective immediately and you coming back home. In the event you go and somebody stop you and you suggest you go with little over $10,000 US dollar you declare, and when they ask you where you get your money from, you said this cambio, you coming home. In the event you're a contractor, you don't work, and when you carry the money to the bank, when they ask you for proof of income, you state, I get the money from here. You done. The intention of sanctions is to make everybody aware of what is going on and to get a required result. Now, if you want to know what is going on in Guyana, look at Kaicho News front page today. Do you have a Stabrook News front page? See if Stabrook News has a front page. U.S. Treasury targets corruption network in Guyana. P.S. May Thomas sent on leave as Guyana government opens probe. Corruption network in Guyana? Wow. Wow. This is the Glenlal y'all believe in. The US government has to start investigating Glenlal and find out if these stories that are run about ExxonMobil is extortion. If there's political interference. Glenlal's narrative has changed in recent months. One has to ask, who now is financing Glenlal? Right? Who now is financing Glenlal? Just so you know, sanctions mean a lot and is far-reaching. Collect money from, give money to, provide service for. Yeah. So if you're an employee of, you obviously can't go to the embassy and get a visa. You can't say, well, he's working, give me a job letter. There's no validity in a job letter from a sanctioned entity. You understand what I'm saying? You guarantee. You don't got to go to the embassy for ask for visa. You guarantee. You ain't get a visa. Just so you know. If you didn't know, now you know. I'm going to look for it. Right? So let me make that clear. This is Stabrook News front page. Look at Kaicho News front page. Look at Stabrook News front page. Get Times and Chronicle for me. What is going down and down at Kaicho News? And you know, Glenlal the Sen, every day, he just send in a WhatsApp group, Kaicho News front page, Exxon Jagdew and thing. Let me show you Glenlal. Let me show you what Glenlal just send. I'm gonna show you. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, brother.
Looking at the program with the sanction business, in 2020, someone asked no minister to get sanctioned.
Yes, there were sanctions behind the scene.
Yeah, but they gave back the visa.
I don't know. I don't know if it's attached to the criminal behavior of the attempt to rig elections and that holds steadfast against them, or it is just the specific action of the time.
Well, is this sanction coming right to Europe?
But I haven't seen, you don't see certain people traveling, so and they do travel. So everybody would love to travel. You don't see people traveling, no way. Certain people. Certain people gonna have the radar. Basil Williams, Joseph Harmon, they will gonna have the radar. You don't see them back. You don't hear nothing from them.
Yeah, you don't hear nothing about it.
Valda Lawrence and all them who played an active role in rigging the elections, never, you don't hear back nothing from them. They just gone silent.
But you hear Rick for work and James Kapal talking about it.
Yeah. So let me show y'all. This is my page with Glenn Lal. So this is what Glenn Lal sends. You see up here, Glenn Lal, Kaicho News. So this is not a sickness. This is insanity going every day with our oil profits. Right? Every day, Glenn Lal send thing. He send, watch. Prepare oil, right? He send. No, he got thing for say. Watch, me send you a message this morning. Here's what me send you. Me send you a message and me send to the wrong person. Me send a message. Oh, watch it day. No front page today. Watch it. Show down the bottom, man. Move the number thing. All right, that's too much to the side. Well, open the whole thing big, man. So down at the bottom, I ask Glenn Lal, no front page today. There's me message to he, right? Until now, I ain't get no answer yet. I ain't get no answer from Glenn Lal. He sent front page. But why he can't send the front page? Because he manipulate he front page. Watch where is he front page. Watch Glenn Lal front page. Down Exxon is the big story yesterday. How do you people continue to still trust Glenn Lal? Like me story. Even me story, break me story. The best in-depth part of my story, what happened with me, what going on in my fridge, what going on in my life and everything, happens right here on the Guyanese Critic Morning Live. Then nobody got a more in-depth story about me story. When excavator take one money bar or everything they hey, just come out in the public attack right here. Look at Glenn Lal's story. And assuming you can't even recognize that does the story to represent what happened yesterday? Yes, ads paid for. Just so you know. Ads paid for. If you are found to be associated with. Now, you're not necessarily. I don't know what is the extent of the penalties if you're found associated with a sanction group. But I can tell you, if you got a business, you will not get to be able to access financing around the world. If you got to send some money somewhere and you got passed through America, you will not get that. Once you associate with a sanctioned group, entity or persons or country, there's sanctions against Cuba, there's sanctions against Venezuela. Hardship comes swift and fast. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I just got a very short contribution to make pertaining to the subject that you raised. Glenn Lal didn't publish the big story yesterday, right? Now, for me, I don't take sides with anybody, but I see in this country all the media outlets, all of them. They are very choosy when it comes to what they publish. They don't publish everything. It's all the media like that. They're very selective with the story. There are big stories in this country that you didn't run to. There are big stories that Glenn Lal didn't run. There are big stories that NCN didn't run.
Which major story that happened in this country that I didn't run?
You don't know of any?
You just tell me one.
Yeah. You ever played Vice News tape and decipher it?
You're making jokes.
No, it's just one.
Are you asking me or are you telling me?
I'm asking you.
Well, yes, I played it.
All the media in this country, all the media, bro. It's like that.
No. Here I'm telling you. Hold on. I take offense to the hold up. Vice News. I covered. Find another instance.
Find another instance?
For me, one instance I want you to identify. A major story that I didn't talk about. Major.
Story that you didn't talk about.
I'm talking about major story.
And you know how much other listen to me.
No. Don't worry with how much other. I just want you to identify one.
You know when the damn last story come out, you know what you're say, you would not comment on it. Why?
And didn't
the man is comment on everything.
And didn't report on it? The last story?
Not the last one, the one before.
And didn't report on it?
No, you might remember the morning you said to you wish not to say anything about it.
And
the
day after.
I'm not chastising you here.
No. Me say you're chastising me, but here, listen to me. The reason I am where I am today is for one reason.
It's like that. And it's not only Guyana, worldwide. It's like that, bro. It's like that worldwide. Nobody can be 100% in this world. True with what they do. Some people are going to flip up. But
no. Here I'm saying. Don't worry to flip up. I am identifying an issue in Glenn Lal. And I'm saying that is not the news of yesterday.
What?
This is a matter of fact. You are saying there are cases with me. I am identifying one case with Glenn Lal.
Listen to me. I didn't come here prepared with a note, right, to come to you. I'm just making a simple statement here that they got many issues in the world, especially in Guyana. Let me talk about Guyana. Forget about the world. People not all in media going to report everything, bro. But in time to come here, let's be reported.
No, but here, no, man. Oh, God. Here. Listen to me. Here was the discussion. I'm not saying the man report the thing. No, I understand that. I'm not saying the man report the thing. I am identifying that Glenn Lal cannot come to suggest he's who he is. He can't pontificate to nobody because you're watching clearly. He normally just send a front page to me and everybody. He is sent it. I asked if it. He sent it to the groups and so he sent it to everybody. I asked if it, he sent it. Then I got to see the front page. It's a totally different story from the fact. You understand? He has a plot. The only story you're hearing is May Thomas, the government official who got embroiled in this thing. That's the only part of Glenn Lal. So does it is government. So Glenn Lal obviously has a narrative. I am setting the foundation to show who Glenn Lal is because he has a political narrative. You understand? He has intentions. You can't do that with the people.
All right, buddy, you take care.
You can't do that with the people. Me, when I come, if I decide to start running for government or running for president in this country, I have to change up my narrative. I have to come now as an opposition individual and identify the issues of the government. I can't stand up and do objective or subjective or you know, well, I'm looking at sharing the news with you. No. I would clearly have an intent. If I throw my hand in the ring and say, listen to me, this is who I want to get in this thing. You can't have a news entity. It is clear as day. Glenn Lal only has one motive, one intention. Because he's angered, he's blinded by. You understand? Simple. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning, critics.
Talk to me, brother.
Listen to this. You know, America is not in no moral standing to criticize the Mohammed's family and sanction nobody. Let them go and sanction Benjamin Netanyahu, who killed over 5,000 Israeli children. Let them go and sanction them, man.
No, hear what I'm saying. Where are you calling from?
Huh?
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Guyana.
Okay. Give me a little bit of you background.
I don't understand. Why you want me to give you a little bit of my background? What relevant is
What
that?
gives you the authority? You're a lecturer. You have an understanding of history.
No, I have a great understanding of history. I have a great understanding of politics. I have a great understanding of religion. I have a great understanding of morals and right and wrong.
Any background into local politics?
No. Listen to me. And anybody who has some moral standing and read the holy books would know that killing children and bombing hospitals is wrong. You don't need.
Hey man, me you tag the other day, me you tag. Now I mean that in this conspiracy thing, man. It's not like he's a conspiracy theorist. This is the world we living in. So what are we to do? Just don't recognize the sanctions from yesterday? Oh, it didn't happen. Oh, the Americans doesn't have a moral standing. Well, let's just keep doing what we want to do. He's a conspiracy theorist. He thinks the earth is flat. He called the other day with something we start. I said, no. Me in the conversation. Me want in the conversation. I want in the conversation, period. No. Point taken. America ain't got no moral standing. I take he point. You think it's about morals? You think when a man dropping a bomb on somebody, blowing up places, and then they come and say, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, we are the high of highs. No, nothing to do that. It's numbers. You gotta wake up to the world you are living in. This is the funny thing with the world. Everybody know. But you got dying this. So tomorrow, them sanctions ain't working. You go and do business with the people. You righteous? You righteous and you have moral standing. You know America is not of any moral standing. You go and do business. You take out picture with them. You collect the money. You collect the money. You collect the money. Buy something. When they put up the Americans list all them names, you buy something. You collect the money. And then you get to know who got the moral standing. Hey, what telling you? Poor people don't know. Every day poor people laughing and thing and oh good nice thing doing this and that. It's when the devil comfortable in the house for travel. Then oh God, this happening. This happening. I'm still waiting to see if there's going to be a public response, and I will have to report on that if the Mohammeds issue a statement as it relates to the sanctions brought against them. I would have to report on that also. But this is what it is. This is not. Yeah, Mohammed was yesterday news. Let me tell you, it's today news. Corruption will be eradicated in this country. This country is on a trajectory second to none. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, my brother, talk to me quickly.
Yes, Critic, I just want to say something first. With all that was given to the people in Guyana from the particular group of people, as you say, if there's an investigation that is going on, and these guys are being investigated and they get caught committing fraud or whatever, you know all of these people who's been taking pictures and celebrating, thank you, all of them will become losers again.
Well, I don't think the extent would be that much before the fact. It's not, when laws are created, this is not retroactive, right?
Okay.
But
Yeah.
who now, if you now knowingly accept the proceeds of, you then this ass.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow. Yeah.
So you got to choose, you could, because there's limited as what the Americans could do. The Americans can fly in and come and arrest everybody and say, oh, you take a picture and this and that. But when you think and then post up your name and say, help this body from this address and this and that, then man put it in the system and realize you got a visa. The next time you travel into America, you had a visa.
Yeah. It's a possible, because I've seen that already.
That's how they operate it.
Yeah, I traveled with somebody already. They couldn't enter.
Yeah. Just so they might put your name on a list. Right?
Yeah.
Because it is to create an effect. Then I understand.
Yeah. I see.
It is to curb you, it's to control you, it's put you to your place. And most guys, oh God, I think they don't understand. They read the full extent of the article. You gotta go to the website, you gotta go to the page and understand what it is. Nothing to do with association.
Stay on point. Stay listening. Stay on point. Don't let nobody call in and talk about war and all of that. Stay on point. This is Guyana.
No affiliation. If you go and buy US currency from this entity and you travel to the United States, and we get this more. Yeah, say I declare 11,000. Which company you get it from? It's seized. You understand what I'm telling you? If you seen them people watching little business now, see who going in, who coming out. Any association with taking money from, this is a serious thing. The funny people think it's only one side of my discussions, man, not them. There's yesterday news. Tomorrow news is people like Rickford Burke. Smelly smell. There's a direct connection between smelly smell and now sanctioned individuals. Money pass. Once money pass, you can't die in America. Hustle forget your documentation. They go in and she file. She might never get your documentation in his lifetime. The man married she, get pum pum, and don't have to deliver because she go and do the shipping. You understand? Who else? Out here. I got my little bad ways as just to cuss up and all them thing there. Which criminal you could affiliated me? Daggy, when Daggy guy say you don't do low life for hungry belly by? I talk to people, which criminal you know? I would associate you, say, I don't make joke. As soon as you come to the spotlight get negative, I take all me negative for myself. As soon as you come to the spotlight in a negative way like Julius says, I wash my hands of this immediately. I don't make joke, period. And you got people who go around pontificating like they there for help people and so, and got associated with criminal, paying people like Smelly Smell and Daggy for shake people down. You understand? You gotta watch the news entities, and you gotta watch your narrative, you understand? Who is affiliated with who? You see the opposition is saying nothing? You see the opposition is saying nothing? Everybody going through fake pages. Ganesh, my pal, got associated with a page. You got the press association, people with the affiliated with the press association, affiliated with a fake page and putting out information out there. This information and propaganda thing is a technical thing, you know. Nobody coming and say, ma, what you going on, because they know. They can't come and say much. The opposition is collect a bag. Like you understand what's going on? And everybody gets stained on them, everybody got. If you come out and talk something, they be like, oh, what happened when we give you the money? What happened when we support you? Watch the opposition. It's true fake pages and you got fringe elements. Like Rickford Burke and March Bench Cap. Smelly smell choose, she's show. Oh yeah, I'll think and she share a post and talk up. She collect money, she wanna look bad. She working. Remember, it's easy money. Easy money. Guys, here up now. The sanctions is just the beginning of new things happening in Guyana. The relations between the government of Guyana and America is going to foster a new or usher in a new era in Guyana. And we're going to be breaking it here. Skinning up any and everybody right here. Like we always do. If a day comes that a story comes against me, I will break it here. Don't worry. Remember, keep it real, more to come.